Good day, class. In our previous discussion, we've defined what is quality and then product and service quality, of course, the dimensions of quality. So today, let us continue our discussion, but this time around, we will focus on the very essential approach into managing business operation, which is your total quality management. So let us start with the definition. So TQM is a cooperative form of doing business that relies on the talent and capabilities of both labor and management to continually improve quality and productivity. Now, with this definition, again, just to reiterate it, that TQM is a cooperative way of doing business. It means that everyone in the organization, starting from the frontliners to the managers, works together to improve quality and productivity all the time. So it is not just about doing your job, it's about doing your job better every day. So making sure that customers are always happy with what they receive. So in simpler terms, TQM means working together to do things better every day for the customer and the organization. Now, here is an analogy that makes it easier for us to remember. So, think of TQM like teamwork in a kitchen. I know that you are pretty much aware of this one, no? So, you have the chef, the servers, the dishwasher, and even the cleaners. If one person fails, like the dishwasher, not cleaning the plates properly, the whole customer experience suffer. No? So, but when everyone does their job, well, and communicates properly, the kitchen runs smoothly, and the food is served on time, and guests leave satisfied. So, to highlight lang the definition of total quality management, we need to focus on the three terms or four rather key things. One is teamwork. So, just like what I've mentioned earlier, that when we say teamwork, everyone works together, not in isolation. Two is customer satisfaction. In customer satisfaction, we need to make sure that guest is happy with the service. Another is continuous improvement. We need to always find things way or we always finding ways to do better and preventing mistakes. So, dito ang gusto lang sabihin is that not just fixing problems, but avoiding them before they happen. So again, TQM is not just for the quality control staff itself, it's for everyone in the organization. So regardless of whether you're welcoming guests, you're preparing rooms, or handling bookings, you are part of the quality experience. No? Walang sinasabing simple task or job. Okay? So transitioning with that is in order for us to understand it further no or more, let us now analyze those three words. So we have here the word total, we have quality, and we have management. So in terms of total, nakikita nyo naman na sa baba that it made up of the whole. So obviously that your total is being presented in the blue box. Again, it is defined as the made up of the whole. So, meaning it suggests that it refers to the entirely or entirely or completeness of something without exclusion of any part. The next word is on quality. So, yung susunod na box. So, it is described as a degree of excellence a product or service provides. So, quality here refers to the standard of something as measured against other similar things, a degree of excellence that a product or service can deliver to the user. And last is the management. So, it is defined as coordination of tasks to achieve a goal. So, management refers to the process of dealing with or controlling things or people. And ito, it usually in the context of course, business and organization in order for us to accomplish certain objectives. Now, obvious naman no that the arrangement of these words and their definitions suggest the concept of total quality management as being discussed earlier, no? Again, which is a holistic approach to long-term success that views continuous improvement in all aspects of the organization, in all aspects, or rather, as well as the process, and of course, not just a short-term goal. So it aims to radically transform the organization through progress changes in attitudes, practices, structures, and even the system. So again, total means everyone, quality is meeting or exceeding expectation, and management is about guiding process to achieve that consistently. Okay, so now that we are clearly understood what the term total quality means or stands for, okay, again, just to reiterate, again, total meaning everyone, quality referring to the excellence, and management being the coordination of the efforts. Let us now move on with the core values of TQM. Now, etong mga core values na to, they are the or they act as the foundation of implementing TQM, okay, in the organization. So these core values, they are not just a buzzwords, but again, kasi nga foundation siya, it is the guiding principles in order for us to ensure no that quality becomes part of organization's culture. Yun yung kultura ng organization natin and that dun sa day-to-day operation natin. So we have the core values na apat, no? Again, these values focuses on value training, it values training, cooperation, customers focus, and data-driven decision. So when these are present, quality becomes everyone's responsibility. So hindi lang yung mga manager, hindi lang yung mga nasa top level um, positions, but rather everyone in the organization. So we have here one, methods and processes. So these methods and processes should be designed to meet the needs of both your internal and external customers. Okay, indicating a customer-centric approach to business processes. And these are crafted with the customer in mind. Okay, so it's about again aligning the system in order for us to meet both internal and external needs. Example for this particular value of TQM is when a hotel uses special systems to remember what each guest likes. Ano ba yung mga gusto ng mga guests natin? We have their favorite room, their food, so that they will or will able to make their stay better, not just better, but at the same time easier. Okay, helping of course the staff to take good care of this easily. So we have also the next one is employee training. So sinasabi dyan that every employee in the company receives training in quality. In short, every employee receives training in quality, emphasizing the importance of equipping all staff. Okay, remember the word all with the knowledge to maintain quality standards. And that yung sinabi natin all employees should receive consistent meaning um, in terms of training in quality. Okay, so again, it is not just about knowing what to do, yung mga knowledge lang, but how to do it well. Magkaiba yun, ha? Again, all employees should receive consistent training in quality, meaning it is not just about knowing what to do, but also how to do it well. For example, so our resort restaurant trains all staff in food safety and of course local cuisine. In here, we are ensuring high quality standards and of course memorable guest experience. Next is cooperation. So sino? Okay. So in cooperation, our company should promote cooperation with vendors, suppliers, and customers to improve quality and hold down cost. So, etong mga nasabi kong partners, they are considered as your supply chain. If you still remember during our discussion in strategic management, no? So, Your TQM promotes teamwork across the organization but also beyond it. So again, yung suppliers natin, yung nasa mga supply chain natin. Okay? So, for example, a hotel partners with local tour guides. Okay? Um, we wanted to offer guests unique experiences. So together, your hotel and of course your local tour guides, no, create the special tour packages that of course showcase the best of the area. And this collaboration now improves, of course, guest satisfaction and at the same time, magre-reduce ng cost, no? Along sa marketing natin in terms or specifically sa mga hotel. Kasi they will not do that anymore kasi meron naman na yung partner natin to take good care of that. And of course, management set metrics. Okay, so managers measure progress with the feedback based on data. Okay, underlying the use of quantitative methods to track improvement and performance. Yung quality cannot improve unless it's measured. So, ang ginagawa usually ng managers, they use your feedback, no? And of course, data to guide improvement. Kasi hindi naman tayo makapag-implement ng improvement kung wala tayong basis, no? So if you experience when you stay in a resort or whatever accommodation, usually no, they will let you do the evaluation. So yon is a data and it will be used as basis for improvement or anything. Okay, sa research and development ng accommodation na yan. So for example, a luxury spa resort uses guest feedback and of course financial data to improve services and make informed management decisions and maintaining high guest satisfaction. So that they would know they are good at this and what they will and pag ganun, pag nakita mo they are good at this, then they will going to continue it or maintain it. But if there are things that we need to improve on, then mas madali na lang, no, to change because meron tayong basis why we change. Next, now that we've understood the core values of total quality management, let us now discuss the two important ways of looking at TQM into two perspectives. So we are looking into managerial and critical. So this is according to David Garvey, no, a business school professor, which described the perspective of quality in his book Managing Quality. So according to, no, in-outline niya yung dalawang perspective na na-mention ko kanina. So we have managerial perspective which focuses on planning and controlling. Okay? So it focuses on product base, the manufacturing, the value base, and of course the user base. In your critical naman, it sees quality as subjective, okay, and socially influenced. Again, the word subjective. Now, in your critical, we are looking into the transcendental, the social constructivism or constructivist, the discursive, and the slogan. So, tingnan natin yung dalawang perspective na yan. So, in managerial perspective, again, we see quality as something very clear cut. So, it's like a process that can be neatly outlined, controlled, and improved with the right know-how and management skills. So, in hospitality industry, this would be like a hotel that follows specific standards for room cleaning, guest services, and staff training in order for us to ensure that every guest gets the same good experience. Again, yung managerial perspective sees quality as measurable. In your critical perspective, on the other hand, argue that quality isn't so straightforward. It's complicated. Kasi pag sinabing complicated, idea with many layers and can be pinned down to just one definition. So, for example, no, in hospitality, this could mean recognizing that once considered a quality experience can be differ greatly from person to person. Okay, so one guest might value fast. Ako naman, efficient service yung tinitignan ko. The other might care about the authenticity and character of a hotel and many other, no. Again, in your critical perspective, it suggests that quality can always be captured in data. Okay, it includes perception and experience. Okay, so critical, and that is managerial. So let us try to look into first your managerial perspective of quality. So let's explore now the managerial perspective of quality, especially in the context of course, since you are tourism or hospitality industry students, and in the future, you will become a professional in this field. And of course, it's important for you to understand, no, how quality can be viewed differently depending on the lens that we are going to use. Okay, so one, product-based perspective. So this perspective sees quality as a measurable and tangible set of features. This idea here is simple, no? So the more feature or enhancement a product or service has, the higher its quality. So, ni product-based perspective, we assume that, or our assumption would be, more or better features is equal to higher quality. So yung assumption natin, yun yung formula natin on product-based perspective. Again, more or better features is equal to higher quality. Okay. So for example, no, sana may nag-OJT dun sa hotel na 5-star yung rank. So think of a 5-star hotel that offers a spa, gym, high-end restaurant, smart room technology, and of course, personalized concierge service. So from the product-based view na dinidiscuss natin, this is considered high quality because of the richness of its features, comparing it to dun sa mga common lang na accommodation. Okay? So that is your product-based perspective under managerial quality. Another is your manufacturing base. So here, quality is defined as conformance to standards or specification. So it focuses on consistency and reliability. Our assumption for this manager perspective of quality is if the service or product matches your SOP. Ano ulit yung SOP natin? That is your standard operating procedure. Every single time, then it's a high quality. Again, kung ang service natin or ang product natin matches our standard operating procedure, every single time, okay, every time, then that is regarded as high quality. Okay? Example, eto siguro makaka-relate tayo, no? A fast food chain, like specifically Jollibee, McDo, think of any fast food chain you would like. So no matter which branch you visit, okay, the Chicken Joy, our favorite Chicken Joy, or your favorite, no, tastes the same. Meaning, the staff follow the same ingredient, no, they will cook according or the same number of minutes to cook. They follow the same what else script, no, when we greet customer, we pack our food consistently, pare-pareho standard, the same, no, that's quality through consistency. So again, na-mention naman na natin before, no, that saan mang branch yan, no, they are the same. So that is consistent. Next, under managerial perspective, we have value-based perspective. This one is all about getting your money's worth. Okay, so it focuses on the balance between price and the service quality. So ang assumption natin here is a service is high quality if customers feel they get more than what they paid for. Again, we are focusing between price and the service we get. We assume that When a service is high quality, or a service is high quality if customer feels they get more than what they pay for. For example, a budget airline like Cebu Pacific, budget airline bang Cebu Pacific, they offer safe flights, friendly services, and reasonable punctuality at a lower cost is seen as high quality from a value-based perspective, especially for price-sensitive travelers. So I just don't know if how is it looks like, no, kung kung reasonable ba yung prices ng Cebu Pacific in terms or comparing it to the other airlines, but I think yes, no, they are the most tawag dito, conservative in terms of prices, no, for an airline company. Next, we have the user base. So, of course, your user base perspective focus on the customer's personal satisfaction. So, in this case naman, quality is subjective na. Pag sinabing subjective, it depends how, of course, how well the service meets or exceeds your customer's expectation. So, ang assumption natin dito on user base, if your guest is happy, the service is of high quality, even if it's not luxurious. Okay? Kasi nga, ano na to, tawag dito, subjective na, no? So again, it depends on how well the customer how the service meets or exceeds the customer's expectation. Again, our assumption is if the guest is happy, the service is high quality, meaning even if it's not luxury. So for example, a homestay, very sikat ito ngayon, very booming, no, in tourism. So alam naman natin ang setup ng homestay. It is usually set, no, in a rural area. Of course, it may not have a modern amenities, but it offers warm hospitality. They are usually clean, no, in terms of room, and a personalized local experience, and that guests might rate it as a five-star stay on Airbnb or Trip Advisory. So for us to do recap again, product base is all about the feature, manufacturing base it's all about consistency, value base is all about getting your money's worth, and user base is all about the customer's satisfaction. Again, each of this perspective helps soon to be yung kayong mga managers, no, evaluate and improve your services depending on your goal or on the organization's goal, whether it's to upgrade facility, streamline processes, offer affordable and or excellence, or simply delight the guests. Ayun yung i-consider natin, no? Next, we have your critical perspective. So we have transcendental, social constructivist, discursive, and slogan. So let's get straight to it, no? So first, transcendental perspective. So this approach views quality as innate excellence, something that's universally recognized, even if, of course, it can't be precisely defined or measured. So our assumption here is you know quality when you see or experience it, even if you can't explain it. Okay, so that is transcendental perspective. Again, you know quality when you see or experience it, even if you can't explain it. Example, have you ever entered on a luxury resort or felt an immediate sense of calm, elegance, and class without needing to analyze the facility? That's transcendental quality. It's more like of a feeling, a presence, or excellence that goes beyond words or metrics. Next, social constructivist perspective. According to this view, the meaning of quality is shaped by social and cultural contexts, okay, and often influenced by power dynamics, that what is seen as quality may vary depending on who is defining it and whose voice is heard. Yan. Sabi dito, constructed and negotiated with a particular context on existing power and relation. So our assumption here is quality is negotiated and can mean different things in a different setting. Yun lang yun. Again, our assumption for social constructivists is quality is negotiated and can mean different things in different settings. Example, in a five-star hotel, no, managers may define quality by luxury standards, but for the staff, quality might seem like mean, fair treatment, manageable workloads, or supportive leadership. Yun yung perspective ng staff as to how we define quality. So for guests naman, from different countries, expectations can also differ greatly. So it's a contextual and shaped by perspective. Next, discursive perspective. So ito naman, focuses on the language we use when we talk about quality, rather, quantity ko na quality. So it emphasizes that words and communication shape how we understand and define quality in organization. So for our assumption in our discursive, language doesn't just describe reality; it constructs it. Okay. So example, when hotel manager repeatedly use the term like guest delight, world class service, or unforgettable experience, these words influence how employees behave and how guests perceive the service, even if the actual experience might not match the promise. So it's through language that organizations build its quality narrative. Next, slogan perspective. Your slogan perspective, ito naman is criticize how the word quality is often overused or misused, turning it into a hollow slogan. Pag sinabing hollow, no, with a little substance behind it, mababaw. Our assumption for this is over time, quality can become just a buzzword, just ring on it. Okay? So, use in branding and marketing, but not always backed by actual practices. Usar lang isuna for branding and marketing purposes. Example, a hotel might hang banners saying excellence is our tradition or committed to quality everywhere. So, yet, yung mga restroom natin, they are very dirty. We have untrained staff. And of course, we have poor customer service. So, asan yung word na quality, no? So, yung sinasabi natin we commit to quality, excellence is our tradition, it becomes now only, no, uh, a promotional strategy. And that's become now slogan lang, no? And malayo sa katotohanan, no? So those are your critical perspective of quality. Next, I have here on figure, no? So this figure is about the quality perspective in the value chain, or how we able to value, yeah, in the value chain. So in this slide, let us break down the and explain the figure, meaning this diagram no illustrates how different perspective of quality are applied at each stage of your value chain. I do hope that you still remember your value chain, no? Starting from defining customers' needs up to delivering the final product or the services. So let's take a look at it. So as you can see on the figure, let us start at the top. Ano kaya yung nakikita natin dito, no? So I do hope that you see customer. Okay? So customers are the starting point of the value chain. Ito. They bring the needs and of course expectation. Yan, needs and expectation. From a quality standpoint, they judge services based on two things. Anong nakikita natin dyan under customer? We have transcendent quality and product-based quality. Again, dito sa transcendent, we are looking into the overall sense of excellence. Example, guests may feel this hotel is amazing, even if they can't explain exactly why. It's that emotional and of course unforgettable experience. Also, yung product base, this naman is measurable. Uh, Alam naman natin ano yung mga measurable, like yung features, yung the actual size of the room, yung Wi-Fi speed, and of course number of amenities and any other similar um, things no relating to product-based quality. Next, we move on with the marketing. Yan, yung arrow. Here, we apply the user-based perspective of quality. So, marketing teams try to understand what the customer truly wants. So, for example, a family may value kid-friendly amenities kasi nga may anak sila siguro, no? A couple under honeymoon may prioritize privacy and scenic views. So, ni marketing, okay, it translates those desires into a form that the design team and operation can work with it. So, bababa yon on the design, meaning nakikita na nila yung value-based quality. Yan na yung design. So, in this phase, the focus now is on a value-based quality. So, the designer now would ask, how can we deliver excellent service while keeping costs acceptable? Again, kung naalala nyo pa yung kanina on the value. Okay? So for instance, in a tour package, we might include both luxury and budget-friendly accommodation. So we balance the experience with the price guests that are willing to pay. So it's about finding the sweet spot between excellence and affordability. After that, no, that comes na the manufacturing, or in our case, our example is our operation. Here we apply the manufacturing-based perspective of quality. Again, ano ulit yung manufacturing-based quality? So you can ask, does the service conform to the standards and plans? For example, is the housekeeping following SOPs in relation to housekeeping? Is the breakfast served exactly as described on the website or as promised? So this ensures now consistency in service, which builds trust, and of course, with we are now building trust with our customer. Then comes the distribution. Yung distribution, eto na yung actual delivery of the product or services, kaya andyan yung product and services. So this is when the hotel stay, the flight, or the tour actually happens. No, guests receive the product, and their final judgment depends on the whether the entire experience meets rather or exceeds their expectation. And of course, since nakikita nyo naman yung arrow dyan, no? So the cycle goes back to the customer. Kasi nga na-deliver naman na yung product and services ng ating customer. So after experiencing the service, the customers gives feedback either directly or through reviews, and this informs the next cycle of marketing design and service improvement. So yung na-mention ko kanina, whatever the result of the evaluation, kung maganda, then we maintain. Kung hindi maganda, dyan napapasok yung research and development natin, no? So, you might be wondering yung legend sa baba, no? Anati digita dash. What are the solid lines? Okay, so of course, the dashed lines represents the flow of information. Saan natin nakikita? Yung sa customer up until the marketing. Okay, so the use of customer feedback, survey data, and service review information. The flow of information. Yung solid line, starting with the marketing up until yung pabalik na yung cycle. So this shows the flow of products and services, the actual delivery of the process. So the diagram shows, no, or teaches us that the quality is not just about what happens at the hotel or during the trip. It is designed, measured, managed, and delivered at every stage. From your first encounter, okay? So, usually, pag ang first encounter natin is from the first customer inquiry, yung inquiry process pa lang, no? To planning, to actual stay or travel experience, dun na yung cycle. So, in your industry, each step plays a role in ensuring that customers receive the quality they expect, no? And ideally, hindi lang yung meeting expectation, even more, no? That's the idea. We want more, no? We want to exceed what we are expecting. So that is how we illustrate, no, the value chain as into your quality perspective. Next, the question now is, so why do we go through this effort? Why we go through this effort? Of course, because when we do it right, QQM now increases quality customer satisfaction and of course, profits while reducing waste. Yun naman yun, no? And of course, to align with that, no, the following slides now are the importance of quality management. Again, your TQM ensures that organizations consistently deliver high quality products and even services. So again, quality can be evaluated based on several factors such as performance, what else, durability, reliability, and of course, customer satisfaction. By embedding quality into every stage of production of service delivery. So TQM now helps reduce defects, minimize waste, and improve overall efficiency. Yun yung sinasabi dito. Quality products and services. Just would like to emphasize that when you say again quality, also serves as a competitive advantage. Again, magagamit niyo na naman to in your strategic management, no? Mako-connect na naman natin yung quality sa strategic management. Since we've been talking about competitive advantage in strategic management, and that enables businesses to stand out in the market, no? So a reputation for quality builds trust in customer. What else? Strengthen brand loyalty and of course often lead to a repeat business and positive word of the mouth. So for example, a company implementing TQM might invest in an employee training process improvement wherein there is a regular quality audits to ensure that every product meets and exceeds customers' expectation. Another importance is customer satisfaction. Now, your customer satisfaction is one of the core goals of TQM. It means ensuring that customers receive products or services that meet their expectations in terms of quality, reliability, performance na palagi kong ine-emphasize dito sa discussion na to. Now, if a customer is unhappy, TQM doesn't just aim to fix the issue temporarily. Okay? Instead, it involves identifying the root cause of the problem, correcting it, and making sure it doesn't happen again. Okay? Yun naman yung dapat. So, in this process, it helps improve quality over time and strengthen the relationship with customer by showing that they are concerned, or as an organization, we are concerned on and we are taking it seriously. So in simple terms, TQM ensures that customers are happy by making sure that product or service meets their expectation. That is one. Two is having a clear process to handle complaints or dissatisfaction. And three, using those complaints to improve and avoid repeating mistakes. So, yung sinabi, make needed correction and prevent similar reoccurrence. Next, another is your waste reduction. So, yung TQM, it helps us reduce waste no by promoting efficiency in every part of the organization. So, meron tayong a major tawag dito famous about waste reduction. Ay yung tinatawag na just in time philosophy. Okay? So, yung waste reduction, one way to achieve it is by encouraging employees to work closely with suppliers to ensure that materials are delivered only when needed. Okay? So, only when needed, yan yung sinasabi ko kanina that famous philosophy is yung just in time. So, by adopting your GIT, the company now avoids overproduction. We are reducing excess inventory and at the same time minimizes storage costs. So this not just only no save money but also prevents materials from becoming, of course, nung nabayag to nga naka-stock din siya products tayo i-giant or materials tayo, uh, there are are there are tendencies no or mataas yung tendency that it will become outdated or at the same time worse is damage no. And pag ganun yung nangyari, instead of us no nagamit natin yon in its intention, wala na kasi nga nasira na. Okay? So, additionally, close collaboration with suppliers leads to a better coordination, fewer errors, and less rework, which further reduces waste. In short, TQM supports waste reduction by one, encourage efficient use of resources, two, minimizing unnecessary inventory, three is improving communication and coordination with your supplier. Fourth, increase profit. Your TQM contributes to increased revenues and higher profitability by improving product quality, customer satisfaction, and operational efficiency. So when customers are satisfied, they are more likely to return and recommend the company to others. Correct? And if that happens, kasunod na of course, mas madami yung sales natin. Or yung sinasabi natin boost on sales. So at the same time, reducing waste and errors, it lowers our costs. Any of which, no, both of which leads to a better financial performance. Mas madami tayong nasa-save. So as the organizations become more profitable, it can provide now more timely and competitive compensation for our employees. As a result, employees also enjoy prompt payment of salaries, no, increased benefits, and even opportunities for professional growth. So, hindi lang yung mga minimum yung naibibigay natin sa mga employees natin. If, no, if we have a financially or better financial performance, nasasend pa natin sila, no, mabibigay pa natin more than sa minimum for our employees. So when employees sees the organization is thriving and that they are being rewarded, their motivation and morale is also improved, which further contributes to the productivity and of course profitability. So if your employee now motivated, no, na boost yung moral nila, they will all the more that they will provide, no, they will be producing no output, quality output, and later on, no, they will mas madaming output, mas quality, mas madaming mabebenta, and again it will return to the organization. So in essence, TQM creates a positive cycle where quality leads to customer loyalty, efficiency leads to saving, and both lead to a greater profits and a happier employee. And last is your business efficiency and effectiveness. Eto naman places strong emphasis on improving internal processes. Ang sinusiguro nito is that the organizations should operate, of course, at its best. So this includes focusing on two key aspects. We have effectiveness and efficiency. In your strategic management, na-emphasize din natin noon, no, what is effectiveness and efficiency. I do hope that you still remember them. Again, effectiveness refers to how consistently a process delivers the desired outcome. In other words, the goal being met. Okay? Namimit ba natin yung goal natin? So, ni TQM, it ensures that processes are aligned with the organization's objective and delivering quality result regularly. For efficiency, it measures how well a process uses resources such as time, materials, and labor to produce those outcomes. In TQM, it encourages continuous improvement in order for us to reduce costs, like reduce waste, streamline workflow, and at the same time make the most of available resources. Doing things no in a lesser or few resources that we have. So by defining or by refining no both effectiveness and efficiency, TQM now helps businesses operate in a way that maximizes output while minimizing costs, time, and even our effort. And of course, lahat naman nito, it lead to a better performance and a strong competitiveness in the market. So again, even if we are discussing now TQM, natatouch pa din natin yung strategic management. So in summary, when the importance of TQM are employed, profitability is increased while wastes are minimized. So teamwork is boosted, staff are motivated to perform their duties, and the company achieves long-term efficiency and effectiveness. So with our succeeding slides now, we will be meeting the pioneers who shaped quality thinking. We have here Deming, Duran, and of course Crosby. So each of these had a unique approaches but shared one goal, that is continuous improvement. So do you know that it was the Japanese who first coined the term TQM? It was then developed by the so-called quote unquote quality gurus, and each gurus stress a different set of issues which puts quality at the heart of everything that is done by an operation. So let us know them on the next slides. So we have here Ni Deming. So Deming emphasized systems thinking and introduced his 14 points in the systems of profound knowledge. He believed quality must be built into every part of an organization. So, ano yung mga yon? So, we have here. No? So, this image illustrates how Deming's system of profound knowledge is. It is represented as are you familiar with Venn diagram? So, yun. Okay? Yung Venn diagram, as you all know, they are interlocking circles. In this case, that the philosophy ni Deming of path. Okay? So, ano yung mga yan? So, we have appreciation for the system, psychology, theory of knowledge, and of course, understanding variation. Kasi nga Venn diagram, di ba, overlapping or interlocking the circle. Ano nga roti kayat nga sa N? What symbolizes this? So the overlap between these four areas symbolizes the interrelatedness, no, of these concepts along, of course, Deming's philosophy. So it suggests that in order to achieve profound knowledge within the context of quality management and organization excellence, one must understand and integrate all four of these areas. Gets? So the text also accompanying the diagram states that need to decide na, no? Deming's system of profound knowledge provides a framework of action of any leader wishing to transform a thriving organization with the aim for everybody to win. So this encapsulates the core goals of Deming's philosophy. Ano ulit yon? That is to thrive, transformation through holistic understanding and systematic thinking. It's about creating a win-win solutions or situations where the organization, its employees, and its customers all benefit from the system improvement. This model is a cornerstone of Deming's teaching and is considered essential for managers and leaders who aim to foster continuous improvement, innovation, and excellence within their organization. This philosophy is a holistic approach, but of course that goes beyond the technical aspect of quality management to include human and theoretical underpinnings that are critical for sustainable success. So, furthermore, ito naman is they included no the appreciation of the system. Again, balik lang tayo dito in order for us to understand it better. So, the appreciation of the system, this talks about understanding the overall processes that involve suppliers, the producers, customers of goods and your services. Ito, it does emphasizes on holistic view of how different components of a system work together. Yung katabi niya, variation, this box naman refers to the recognizing it refers to the recognizing the range and causes of variation in quality and the use of statistical samplings in measurement. It suggests an importance in understanding how why things might differ in a process or a system. Again, Anadeta, the use of statistical sampling and measurement. The theory of knowledge, here it is stated that knowledge is not possibly without theory. This implies that theories are the fundamental or are fundamental to building and organizing knowledge. Meaning, it suggests that without a theoretical framework, it might be difficult to understand or explain certain phenomena. And of course, psychological. This box, yan, describes the understanding of people and their interaction between managers, customers, and other circumstances. It highlights the human aspect of systems, recognizing that human behavior and psychological play critical roles in how systems function and how processes are carried out. These core concepts are central to management philosophy known as your TQM. Okay? Again, they are heavily influenced by the idea of Deming, a prominent figure, of course, in TQM. And these elements are foundational to improving quality within an organization. So again, appreciation of a system refers to the need for managers to understand the organization as a whole and how the process and functions are interrelated. Again, knowledge of variation, it is essential for understanding that not all variation is bad and disgusting between common and special causes of variation. Theory of knowledge is the understanding that knowledge is not just static, but it built on and shaped by theories and hypotheses that need to be tested. And of course, psychological. It is the recognition that understanding how people behave and are motivated is key to managing workers and processes effectively. Also ni Deming create a 14 points, no? Ano yung mga 14 points? We have one, create constancy of purpose. Meaning, we need to focus on long-term strategy to achieve continuous improvement and innovation rather than just focusing on short-term profit. Two, adapt new philosophies, meaning embrace the changing landscape of the modern world. Understanding the old practices may not be sufficient. Next is cease inspection, require evidence, meaning shift from mass inspection to a more reliable method or achieving quality such as through statistical evidences. Next is improve quality of supplies, meaning ensure that suppliers are part of the quality improvement processes as the quality of inputs affects the quality of output. Fifth, continuously improve production. So always look for ways to improve processes and systems in order for us to increase quality and, of course, productivity. Six, ensure employees are educated. Provide training and foster continuous learning and self-improvement among employee. Na-mention din natin yan kanina, no? Train all employee. Next, supervision must help staff. So leadership should support, help, and improve the system by removing barriers. 8, drive out fear. Meaning we need to create a safe environment for employees to express ideas and questions so they can work more effectively. 9. Eliminate boundaries. So break down barriers between departments and staff areas to facilitate a more collaborative environment. 10. No slogans. Avoid management by slogans, exhortations, and targets without providing methods to achieve them. 11. Non-numerical standards, meaning we need to eliminate now work standards that prescribe quotas for the workforce and numerical goals for people in management. 12. Cultivate pride in work. How do we cultivate pride in work? Encourage pride in workmanship for all employees. 13 is encourage self-improvement. Employees now educate and self-improvement programs for everyone and then commit to quality. Pag sinabi natin commit to quality, we need to put the obligation of quality on the company and not on the individual. Of course, with management, having the responsibility of building quality into the organization. Next, the philosophy of Juran. So Joseph Juran was an engineer and management consultant specializing in managing quality. A brief background, he taught a quality principle to the Japanese in the 1950s and he found the quality or he founded rather the quality trilogy and the three steps to progress among others. Ito yung famous sa kanya. We have, again, Juran Trilogy. So, yung framework niya, again, developed by Duran. Ano yung feature nito is, again, quality management. So, we have the processes. One is quality planning. So, in this stage, the organizations establish the objectives and processes necessary to deliver results in accordance with the customer's needs and the company policy. For quality control, itong process na to is when the organization naman work to meet the objectives set during the planning phase and correct any deviation from the quality goals. So, etong process na to is a reactive process, no? Because it identify and solve problems as only when they occur. And of course, quality improvement. After establishing the quality standards, we set control. Then the next step is to create a consistent organization-wide effort in order for us to provide all the processes and ensure that improvements are maintained over time. So, etong philosophy na to only suggests that managing for quality involves a series of universal steps and that it can be used in any organization to improve quality products, not just only product but also project by can even your processes. With planning, it so it is again continuous cycle kasi nga nakita niyo naman yan may arrow, no? It is a continuous cycle that begins with planning, moves to controlling, and then improving quality, and only to begin again with planning for the next level of quality. So, since cycle is una, cyclical in process, the objective or the aim is to obviously continuous improvement. Okay? With the goal of achieving high quality in all facets of an organization's operation. Next, um, this naman is the basic steps to progress, no? These are broad steps that insurance opinion companies must take if they are to achieve world-class quality. One, achieve structured improvement on a continual basis and dedication and sense of urgency. So this step now emphasizes the need for an organization and consistent approach to quality improvement with a clear understanding of its importance and a commitment to making rapid progress. The sense of urgency. Kaganta. We have also established a extensive training program. Ito hindi talaga no nawawala, no? No knowledge and the skills are fundamental to quality improvement. So, sabi niya, there's a need for an extensive training program. Okay? Sinabi din niya, critical pa. Also, this ensures that all levels of the organization understands quality principles and know how to apply them to their work. And last is create a commitment and leadership on the part of higher management. So without the active involvement and support of senior management, it is difficult, of course, to attain and sustain quality improvements. So this step stresses the importance of leadership commitment to quality as a core organizational value. So no kikitaan tayo, digitoy nga steps reinforce no the idea that quality is not just technical matter. Okay? But also na-mention din kanina natin, culture is una. Okay? It also a culture and at the same time training. So it's about having the right leadership, commitment, and education in place so that quality can be improved continuously. So Nijaran believed that it is through these fundamental steps that an organization can move forward toward excellence. And of course, no na-achieve mo di giant, if you are there already, you need to maintain it. Next is the philosophy of Crosby. So ni Crosby naman was a businessman and author who contributed to the management theory. Crosby principle, doing it right the first time, was his answer to the quality crisis. So the essence of his philosophy expressed in what he called the absolute of quality management. Absolutes with S, no? And the basic elements of improvement. So, eto yung sa kanya naman. So, meron tayong quality is conformance to requirements. So, this absolute defines quality as meeting or conforming to the stated requirements and specifications. So, the idea is that quality should be measured by the extent to which a product or service adheres to the design standards. Also, hanapin din siya, absolutes of quality management na creates quality by prevention, not appraisal. So, ni Crosby emphasizes that quality should be built in during the production process itself through the prevention of defects rather than relying on inspection and testing. Di ibagbaga tayo nga appraisal to find defects after the fact. 3 is performance standards should be zero defects. So according to Crosby, the performance standard must be a perfect score for quality. No, if wala tayong na-detect or there is no acceptable defect or yung tinatawag natin zero defect, it's not just about being perfect, it's about setting the standards so that everyone aim to do things right the first time. Hindi naman for being perfection, no? Para lang sa umpisa pa lang, no, you do it the right way na. Para wala tayong madaming gagawin later on, no. Magre-redo ka pa, magre-work ka pa. And of course, management of quality in the price of non-conformance. So this absolutely posits that the costs associated with not producing a quality product or services, yung sinabi ko, rework, dinoblem, return is subli, and of course, nawalan ka ng reputation. So these are true measures of true quality cost. It's often referred to as cost of quality. So the approach ni Crosby again in advocate na that need to shift na from quality management as a technical or statistical challenge to a more human-centered and preventive discipline dapat yung pagfokusan. So his philosophy is based on the idea that quality control is about changing mindsets and creating a culture that prioritizes quality in every aspect of the organization's operation. No ni Jura or Deming kat at the 14 na damot kin ni Crosby. These are the steps of quality improvement. So again, we have management commitment. So ni management must demonstrate the commitment to quality improvement and lead by example. Quality improvement team also na mention dyan. So from teams to plan and execute quality improvement through the organization. Quality measurement, meaning establish metrics to measure quality on a consistently basis. Four is cost of quality evaluation, meaning determine the costs associated with not creating a quality product or services, including waste, rework, and customer dissatisfaction. Five is quality awareness. So there should be a raise of awareness of the importance of quality at all organizations level by emphasizing it. No. Next, corrective action. Take action to correct issues identified through quality measurement. Yung zero defects planning na mention naman na natin yan, no? So in order for us to avoid this, at the first time pa lang, plan for a zero defect standard production processes. Next is quality education. Educate and train all employees on the quality processes and their importance. Zero defect day. Establish a date to formally recognize the commitment to the goal of zero defect. Goal setting. Set clear and measurable qualities goals for individual teams. Ano ba? Error cost removal. Remove the cause of errors. Recognition. So pag sinabing recognition, you need to acknowledge and celebrate individual and teams that meet quality goals. Quality councils. Pag sinabing council, it's a group of tawag dito, a group or a council, a group of people, no, to oversee quality improvement effort and do it all over again. Repeat the process to ensure continuous quality and improvement. So all in all, etong mga step na to is very na-itemize naman siya, very specific siya, so meaning it's a comprehensive program, no, that designed to encourage a culture of quality. And aim nito is to continuous improvement and of course reducing the cost of non-conformance to near zero. So it only highlights the need for an outgoing or ongoing proactive commitment to quality at all levels in the organization. So tapno makita tayo nga na sayat detoy, we come up with this tawag dito table for us to determine easily their similarities and their differences as to quality, language, philosophy, and nature of the organization. So, oy, we are now at the end of our discussion. So, good quality of product always gives every organization a strong edge over its competitors. Yung pag sinabi natin TQM, it says that quality management is near or is never a temporary phase that ends when it achieves its targets. It is, in fact, a permanent process that happens all the time. So, I just would like to end our discussion, no, on this line by William A. Foster, saying that quality is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, intelligent direction, and skillfully execution. So if we have questions or any clarification or point of clarification, I am more than willing to answer them during our open discussion. So on that note, thank you for your time. I hope that you've learned something. Till then, so have a good day and God bless everyone.